Now we move on to our next story. The Iran-Israel conflict has entered its fifth day with no signs of de-escalation. In the latest development, air raid sirens blared across Israel. Loud booms were heard over Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. As the Israeli Air Force intercepted incoming Iranian missiles, citizens rushed to shelters amid growing tension. Later, the Israeli military announced it is now safe to leave protected spaces. Israel confirmed it killed Iran's wartime chief of staff, Ali Shadmani, in a targeted strike in Tehran. 2 explosions were heard in Iran's northwestern city of Tabriz, according to local media. Meanwhile, overnight, Israel carried out extensive strikes on western Iran, hitting missile storage sites, UAE facilities, and air defense systems. A strike on Iran's state broadcaster killed 3 employees and wounded several others. Israel also struck the Natanz nuclear site, destroying nearly 15,000 centrifuges, a fact confirmed by the UN nuclear watchdog. Iran responded with missile attacks on Tel Aviv and Haifa, killing at least 8 people and damaging homes and a power station. 2 explosions were also reported in the northwestern city of Tabriz, near a major Air Force base. Iran claims its drones destroyed strategic targets in Israel overnight. Oil prices jumped over 2% on hopes for a ceasefire. Israel says it still controls Iranian airspace and may intensify strikes in the coming days. On the global front, China has accused U.S. President Donald Trump of pouring oil on the growing conflict between Iran and Israel. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiakun said threats and pressure will only escalate the violence. He called on all parties, especially those with special influence on Israel, to act responsibly and work to de-escalate tensions. Guo confirmed some Chinese citizens have been safely evacuated from Iraq and Israel. China's embassies and consulates are coordinating efforts to protect their citizens and organize further evacuations. Here's what Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Guo Jiakun has said.
中东地区局势再度骤然升温，不符合任何一方的利益，拱火浇油，威胁施压，无助于推动局势缓和，只会激化矛盾，扩大冲突。中方呼吁有关各方，特别是对以色列有特殊影响的国家，应负起应有的责任，立即采取措施，为紧张局势降温，避免冲突扩大蔓延。目前，已有部分中国公民安全撤离至周边国家。外交部及有关使领馆正会同相关部门，全力做好在伊朗和以色列的中国公民安全保护工作，迅速组织撤离中国公民。
According to reports, U.S. President Donald Trump warned Iran against further escalation and proposed a ceasefire. He said his administration is working to help Americans leave the Middle East. Trump also mentioned possibly sending envoys to Iran, depending on developments upon his return. Meanwhile, Thailand is preparing military planes to evacuate its nationals from Iran and Israel. The government is taking urgent steps amid escalating tensions in the region. European powers, including Britain, France, and Germany, have urged Iran to return quickly to nuclear talks. The EU's Ursula von der Leyen called for peace, stability, and a Gaza ceasefire amid rising tensions. Now we have a breaking news. Aboard Air Force One, President Donald Trump said Iran should have accepted the deal that was on the table. He clarified he has not initiated any peace talks with Iran, but added that if Iran wants to talk, they know how to reach him. Now we have guests joining us for this discussion. Aharon Levarko is an Israeli journalist, and he has also served in IDF. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to NewsX World. With Trump's departure and his and Macron's comments and many more, now is the G7 as a body becoming less relevant in preventing or resolving global security crises, where does this leave European neutrality or mediation efforts?
I wouldn't say that they're becoming less important. I think, America are a part of that. The G7, they see the danger in the Iranian-Israeli war, and with good logic and good sense, they realize that the Iranians are not just a threat to Israel and the Middle East, but they are a threat to the world at large, especially to the East. To the West. And so, they are backing Israel, and they're backing Trump, who is also backing Israel. So I wouldn't say that they are less important. They've got a lot of issues at stake. There's the Ukrainian-Russian war, of course, that they're keeping their eyes on. And I think just like America, the G7 nations, they are not needing to get involved at this stage at all, just like the United States, up until now, haven't really been directly involved in the war. That could change at any moment. The G7 could change at any moment. The British and the Germans and the French, they have sent troops, or at least aircraft and battleships into the region, not to fight the war, but to defend Israel if Israel is attacked and if Israel is needing to be defended. So I think they're just the G7 are choosing their battles wisely, if I could put it that way.
And building on that, the G7's joint statement that was issued recently was firmly pro-Israel and anti-Iran. How do you interpret the language and the timing of that declaration?
Well, firstly, can I just say, as an Israeli, it's encouraging that, during this 18 months of war that started on October the 7th, we don't get a lot of nations who are backing us or defending us, or who see the need to defend ourselves. And part of defending ourselves means that we have to attack. See, a lot of people don't realize this. This is called counter-terrorism, or in the case of the Iranian this stage of the war with Iran, it's called preemptive strike. That is part of defense. Preemptive strike is defense. We are defending ourselves against potential nuclear bombs being made and fired at us. And I think the G7, they understand the importance of us doing that because, again, what I said before, it's not just a threat to Israel, not just a threat to the Middle East, but it's a threat to the West as well, and including these nations in the G7. Should Iran become nuclear empowered, how easy would it be for them to smuggle a nuclear weapon to their operatives? They have their own planted operatives all around the world, Muslim radicals who are out to destroy the West. This is not me saying it, this is they who are saying it. So you can quote, it's not a matter of quoting me what I just said, it's a matter of quoting what they say. They're not hiding their goals, and no one is really at threat apart from Israel because we're in the front line. But we are actually doing the West a favor, believe it or not. I know that may sound a little egotistical, but I'm telling you, it's the reality. We did the same with Saddam Hussein, with Iraq. We did the same taking out the Syrian nuclear reactor. And we're doing the same with Iran. And hopefully one day the world will look back and thank us for that. And guess who are thanking us for that? The Iranian people. the Iranian people themselves, I'm not talking about the regime or the Revolutionary Guards, the actual people are cheering us and they are wanting us to defeat and overthrow this regime. So the war's not over yet, but it looks like it's heading that way.
Now I want to look at Israel's current situation towards the current regime, since there's of course a lot of fallen soldiers within IDF regarding the situation with Israel, Iran, and how unified is Israeli public currently and their opinion behind Prime Minister Netanyahu's military campaign, especially after high-profile strikes like the one on Iran's nuclear sites and the killing of General Shadmani. Is there visible dissent within Israel?
I would say, in general, the people are very, very much behind our Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and our Defense Minister Israel Katz and our military leaders. You know, for literally decades, we have had the threat, and when I say decades, you only need to go back to 1978, 79. It's about 50 years ago, when the Ayatollah Khomeini overthrew the Shah of Iran and declared pretty much an Islamic revolution. He was calling the Islamic world to rise up and to defeat the West. And the West was predominantly personified by America, who they call the Great Satan, and Israel, who they call the Little Satan. So over the approximately 50 years, decades, Israel has lived under threat after threat, and especially the threat of Iran going nuclear. And it's not a very nice feeling to live under. The manipulation and the intimidation. And this is the issue that we are dealing with now. That's the main issue in going to war. So the general public, even though it's very uncomfortable, this war right now, because we're living in bomb shelters, we're hearing sirens going off all the time. It's a horrible experience when you're in a deep sleep and these sirens go off. It's terrifying. But we know that it has to happen this way. And I think in general, in answer to your question, the public are very much behind our government's decision. Having said that, you'll always get opposition. And we do have people in the opposition parties who are voicing their opinions, and their opinions, they're against it. They are saying that it's endangering our society. But I would say it's a relatively small percentage of the Jewish population. But in general, the people are unified and they are behind our brave, courageous, strategic Prime Minister and military leaders and soldiers.
And building on that, now looking at Israel's perspective towards Iran, from Israel's perspective, do you see the recent Iranian responses as coordinated, or is there evidence of internal rifts, seeing that Iran's, you just said that the civilians, they're thanking Israel, and then the Shah is known to be in exile outside of Iran itself. Among Iran's political and military leadership, is there a rift, and how are they willing to proceed from here?
That's a great question. Just like the Gaza Strip, there's a lot of talk about the day after. What's going to happen to Gaza? What's going to happen to Iran? Is this the beginning of the end of the Iranian regime and the Ayatollahs? Well, based on what we're seeing, it looks very, very much to be the case. Even statistically, if you go look over the last 4 days, the amount of retaliation that the Iranians have hit us with, first it was 200, then it was 100, then it was 75, and then it was 40 missiles. So there's a strong decline in the number of retaliation, number one. Number two, pretty much all of the military leaders have been eliminated. There's about 17 nuclear scientists that have been eliminated. The chief of general staff of the military, not only was he eliminated, but his successor today was eliminated. And on top of that, gas, oil pipelines, water, the banking system looks like it's collapsing. Iran is in a state of shock, is in a state of mess. People are fleeing. Of course, they're limited to where they go because most of the airports are closed. Gas for automobiles is limited. They can only flee so far. But it does look like there is mass internal conflict. And the big question is there someone, or are there people, groups, ready to step up and say, we will be the new government? You quoted the Shah and the Shah's son, the prince. Are they going to be the ones who have been calling for a democracy for decades, since their upheaval in 1978-79, since their overthrow? So we're going to have to find out in the next coming days. But you know what? If the Ayatollah Khomeini and all the Ayatollahs in Iran, if they were to agree to destroy their nuclear reactors, then they can remain in power. Then they can remain in their positions and they can remain alive. Yes.
Well, we have to move on to the next story.